Natural? Isn't she natural or no? She's less.
Is anybody natural now?
She's closer to natural.
Is anybody?
She's closer to that. She's natural adjacent.
All right, so the Arizona Cardinals, they claimed Desmond Harrison, former Browns starting left tackle, who was cut by them the same day, or waived, I should say, was waived by him.
He got beat out by Greg Robinson too, which is gross. Your guy, your favorite offensive lineman ever, Greg Robinson.
They were also saying that
he was
missing a lot of meetings, being late, et cetera, et cetera. So they waived him. Cardinals picked him up. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
God have mercy on Kyler Murray. You got an athletic left tackle who can't block anybody. Shit.
He actually graded out well by PFF. Not that means anything, but I just wanted to cite that.
That's what I'm saying. You hate PFF.
No, I don't.
You hate what they've become.
Yeah. All right. Joe Staley is back for 2 more years. The San Francisco 49ers gave him an extension. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
He's the only thing keeping that offense together. If Joe Staley gets hurt, they got to find a whole ass new left tackle. And I'll say this. I wasn't too high on Joe Staley when he first came out, but I was impressed that he ran a 4.7 40. But that dude has some Hall of Fame consideration.
Which is one we'll get to down the line. But
Eric
Joe
Fisher,
Staley or Joe Thomas?
Joe Thomas. What are you talking? You sound stupid.
Why?
You hear yourself because you know you sound stupid, right?
Why?
Magic. That's like saying, hey, Magic Johnson or, where do I want to go? Kevin Johnson.
Joe Staley has a Super Bowl appearance. Does Joe Thomas?
That's not fair.
Joe Staley's played a lot longer than
fine.
Joe Thomas.
Charles Barkley or Serge Ibaka. Yeah, that's what you just said.
Why are you slandering Joe Staley so much? You just said he has Hall of Fame credentials.
He's a Niner. I have to slander him a little bit.
All right, on that note,
no, but like they're both Hall of Famers, but Joe Thomas is like
I said, we'll get to that. We'll let the people decide.
No, he's the left tackle.
Navarro Bowman.
Damn, this is sad.
Returned to the 49ers, retires after 8 seasons. He sat out last year after playing half the season for the Raiders. So is that a touchdown or a turnover, Bowman returning and retiring with the Niners?
Him and Patrick Willis were arguably the best linebacking duo in NFL history.
Man,
that defense wasn't fair, and the fact they didn't win the Super Bowl.
I'm going to say it's a turnover because I always feel bad for players, especially when they take a year off and then they come back and want to officially retire.
So Dwayne Bowe?
Yeah, well, he took like 3 years off. But it's like you're just trying to put your name back. You're just trying to put your name back in the spotlight. You know, maybe help the used car dealership you own in the area or whatever businesses you're trying to push. But it's like you're not retiring. The NFL already forced you out.
What's up, everybody in the chat room? But now I have to boo you because honestly, don't disrespect Navarro Bowman like that.
I'm not saying he's sorry by any means. I'm just saying
but that
the fact that you have to come out and be like, it's like, okay,
he was one of the
it's pretty much like, okay, you work somewhere, you ain't been getting hours for like 6 months, and then you come back and it's like, I quit.
You ain't shit.
And it's like, bruh, you ain't been getting hours for 6 months.
I know people.
Do you still work here?
I worked with people who did that. You ain't shit. That was a true cold. That was accurate. That was incredibly accurate. Damn. But in his case, like, he was a great player, and if you take away, if his knee had not gotten obliterated, dude,
no doubt,
he was great even after Patrick Willis left.
Another one I want to talk about,
and the sticks
down the line. More tragic career, LeVar Arrington or Navarro Bowman?
Navarro Bowman. You just picked 2 Penn State linebackers.
Exactly. Who all dealt with injuries and had their careers prematurely ended.
But Arrington was damn near like all pro bowler. He was
for like 4 years, and then he was sauce after that.
He was sauce after that knee got cooked. After he got
sound like deja vu, right?
Penn State linebacker.
I mean, they play
Sean
different.
Lee?
They play different positions.
Yeah, Sean Lee. Yeah, because Harrington was super athletic.
He was like a sandbacker.
He could have been an edge rusher.
All right. Duke Johnson. He still wants to trade from the Browns. Baker Mayfield essentially called him out and was like, yeah, if you're going to be here, either get on this train or leave or whatever bullshit quarterback speak.
I'd have slapped Baker like I'd have bitch slapped Baker Mayfield.
But yeah, do you see Baker Mayfield commenting on Duke Johnson? Is that a touchdown or a turnover?
You don't speak on another man's money.
Facts.
That should have get you killed.
Facts. And I'm
in
also
front of your family. And
I'm also going to say it's a turnover for the one fact that it's easy to say when you're on a rookie scale in your second year.
It had the greatest rookie season statistically for a quarterback ever. And Duke Johnson was actually like the backbone of that offense before you got there. And then they totally just disregarded him. And then they signed Kareem Hunt.
Exactly. And
for what reason?
And the issue with Duke Johnson isn't even about money because he signed a 3-year, $20 million extension last year. The issue is
they won't
reps.
play him.
They won't play him. He already knows he's not gonna play. So why is he gonna stay there? So he can get traded midseason like Carlos Hyde last year.
Ding ding.
He's
ding,
good.
Ding, ding. Yeah,
let him get traded now so he can actually learn an offense, get into a camp, get some camaraderie with the rest of the team, and actually have a chance to succeed.
Trade him to the Packers.
That would actually be a perfect spot for him.
Or the Colts.
Now here's a guy who actually does want a new deal. Trent Williams for the Redskins, which you brought up a little bit earlier. He wants a new deal. He's holding out of minicamp. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover?
That's a touchdown. In some reports, I heard that
for Williams.
For Williams, I've heard in some reports, different reports on the internet, saying that they mishandled his whole injury situation, and he never wants to play for them. I don't know how true that is, but that's just a report.
If he gets traded to the Patriots for like a 4th-round pick, I'm gonna be hot. I'm just gonna say that.
The Browns should just be
gonna say that right now.
The Browns should just be like, fuck it, just take our whole draft. We'll take Trent Williams. Trent Williams on the Cleveland Browns. Give them Duke Johnson and a future 1st-round pick.
Wow, you just out here solving 2 problems with 1 stone.
Isn't that what this podcast is like?
Hey.
Is that a bar? Is that a bar?
All right.
I've had like 7 this episode.
Speaking of holdouts,
hold him.
Darius Slay for the Detroit Lions went on IG Live essentially saying he's not going to minicamp. He's not going until he gets the new deal. And his teammate, Snacks Harrison, is also holding out for a new deal. So
Damon Harrison.
Damian Harris. Yeah, Snacks.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a touchdown or a turnover for the Lions?
I mean,
to have 2 players holding out, 2 players that are essentially the soul of their defense.
This is probably
2 different levels.
And they just paid Trey Flowers a shit ton of money.
And I think that's why they're both mad.
They're like, he got paid? He went to Arkansas. They don't play defense at Arkansas. But anyway. Yeah, that's a turnover. And the Raiders passed on Darius Slay, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, I also think it's a turnover because, as you mentioned,
they're not going to pay you.
They handed out a bunch of money already.
They didn't pay Calvin Johnson. They traded Golden Tate.
So don't be surprised if both those dudes are on new teams by the time the season starts.
And then the Lions just don't care.
And then the Lions are just going to continue to be mediocre.
Don't care about winning.
6-10.
They don't care about winning.
They care about 6-10.
They care about peddling false hope and ticket sales, but nothing they've done in the past 15 years shows they care about winning.
All right.
Because when you had a chance to build a good defense, you didn't do it. And you didn't even keep the guys you should have kept.
All right. The Patriots believe Robert Gronkowski will return to play football. Despite reports that he's retired, he's done, they say that the 30-year-old, once snaps are played, he'll miss it and want to come back. Is that a touchdown or a turnover for Gronk? That's coming back and playing for the Patriots.
That's a turnover, bro. You're just going to have another jacked up knee or elbow.
Or back or head.
Like, you've given enough to the game.
You've won Super Bowls. You've established yourself as one of the greatest.
And he retired and then he came back, right?
Nah,
he's flirted with it the past 2 seasons.
But he never did.
And until this year. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it's a turnover. I'm sure he has other money making opportunities, so it's not really about money. And I'm sure there's other ways he can let out his masculinity, aka WWE. So, do something else, Gronk.
Pretty much. I think they called him at an event where he was like shaving his head for cancer. I think something like that. But yeah, the Patriots released Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He said he had some personal issues in his personal life to deal with, and he wanted to like take a month to deal with that. So
yeah, they said
they agreed to release him.
Demaryius Thomas might also get cut too.
Well, most likely he ruptured his Achilles. He's trying to come back and play. Had he never ruptured his Achilles, he was perfect for the Texans. But honestly, I think his career might be over. Sadly.
All right. EJ Manuel who retired a couple weeks ago.
He's now an analyst.
He's now an analyst for the ACC network. Is that a touchdown or a turnover for EJ?
Perfect. I think that's the perfect pocket for him. They always say he had movie star, good looks, bright smile, respectable dude. I mean, I don't trust Florida State quarterbacks at all as far as being on the field and trusting you to win me games. But
hey, man,
it's perfect for analysts.
Anything that can remind Seminoles fans of like anything before these past 2 seasons.
A bowl game win over Notre Dame when Notre Dame was trash.
I'm just saying, anything is better than what we've been seeing from them the past 2 seasons.
So when they won the Sports AutoZone Bowl or some shit like that years ago?
I think it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown, definitely.
Kayvon Webster, he's meeting with the Saints. Is that a touchdown or is that a turnover for Webster?
Touchdown, because Eli Apple stays getting trashed. That's the perfect name because he stays getting picked on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a touchdown too, for much of the reasons that you did. All right. Next up, we got Taker Tangent. This one I'm actually really excited for. There's actually a lot of good stuff here. So
because I got some stuff I'm gonna drop.
Give me the drop.
Interesting. NFL Blitz, circa 2006.
One day we'll get it clean without me having to kill you. All right, man.
You just not say anything.
You're the one looking over here like, oh, where's my beer? And then I'm like, oh, play the drop. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that.
Because I'm drowning in my beer right now. I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of drowning, boy.
Serve. Your beer been done for like 20 minutes. Stop playing.
Yeah, stop playing over there.
Thirsty? I got some water in the corner. If you want some.
Russell Wilson.
Get it. You like Modelo. So do we.
Says he wants to play until he's 45 years old. Do you got a take or a tangent on Russell Wilson?
Bruh.
I'm going first. Yeah. Here's my tangent.
I want to hear it.
For future's sake, please don't let this man stay in the spotlight for another
15 years.
15 years. I don't think it'll be good for future psyche. That's all I want to say. But then again, that might also mean we get great music. So
I swear I want to play Future. I want to play Future right now so bad.
You got to take her tangent, Kenny.
Here's my tangent. All right, I'm going to tangent. Fuck it. So he might actually be able to do it.
I think that's a take, but okay.
Now here's why. Future, just by the sheer law of attraction, is going to keep him relevant. All the negative shit Future's going to do, and that Red Table podcast that Sierra did, which is totally like, it would be great if it was fair and balanced, but that podcast is not fair and balanced. But whatever. Great idea for content, but definitely not fair and balanced. I mean, but we're not going to go into that whole Sierra situation. But bottom line is, you factor in all the dumb shit that Future's doing. You factor in all the press runs Sierra's going on. You factor in the